So we are into the Kundalini meditation. One of the literature says Mooladhari Atma Shakti. We'll talk only for a couple of minutes because it is a long practice and you have been doing it. It says Mooladhari Atma Shakti Kundali Paradevata. This verse means that at the base of the spine, Mooladhari Atma Shakti, the power of the consciousness dwells at the base of the spine, which is known as Kundalini. Literal meaning of the Kundalini is being coiled like a snake. So when this prana or the consciousness force is awakened, it starts rising up as if it is like a snake. And that is why the word Kundalini has been named. But what happens if it awakens? What is the fun of awakening this? Or whether it really awakens or not? That is another rational question arises in our mind. Yoga answers that we have an inherent potential within us. The same thing science also saying that only 3% of the brain is awakened. And out of the 3% awakened brain, we hardly use 1% in our entire life. We generally refer to the Einstein whose brain has awakened almost to a 7%. He was known as one of the great genius in this modern age. What about if the 100% of that potential of the brain is awakened? What? We have the intuitive faculty, we have the imaginative faculty, we have the there are 3 different layers of the spiritual consciousness that yoga speaks. When the entire potential of the brain is awakened, what will happen? We move into the higher, deeper states of the consciousness. So when we talk of Kundalini awakening, it is awakening to the higher, deeper layers of the consciousness, but what is the fun? And then I will start the practice. If I awaken to the higher state of the consciousness, then what? What will happen? Why we should do this? Why we should do meditation at all? You awaken to the wisdom, the first thing. You also awaken to the peace that is within you. Then what happens? Then you stop begging for peace outside, from your relations, from your children, from your boss, at the workplace. It does not mean that you become egoistic, no. That peace consciousness manifests into your body, into your life, into your mind. What will happen if the peace manifests into your mind? Every day when you get up in the morning, your duality, your conflict dissolves and drops on its own. On its own it drops. You need not to worry about them. There comes the importance of these meditation practices. None of these great masters, when you go to them, I used to go to my master, I have a lot of stress. Meditate. He never answered me. He never explained the cause of the stress. He said, do this practice. Come to me. I said, I feel good. Next time, Do this practice in return. And after a couple of years, after the initiation, he told me, the cause of distress is ignorance. We live at a very lower level of waking state. And he said, move the mind within, awaken to that source, raise this energy up so that it opens up the different higher states of the consciousness and everything is dropped. You need not to worry. Close your eyes. Let us close your eyes. Keep your spine and the head straight. Yes, first 10 minutes of sitting and later on you can lie down. You eyes are closed. There are a couple of essentials to be taken. Please do not practice this Kundalini meditation on your own at home. And also, please do not guide anybody. You will be held responsible for it. There's a very clear, open instructions. The head and the neck is straight. Now, bring your tip of the tongue on the inside of the upper teeth. That means on the palate. Allow this tip of the tongue to move up as far as it can go. The lips together. Make the fist of both your hands. The thumb is tucked inside and the four fingers are pressing the thumb gently. Your spine is fairly straight but not stretched. Eyes are closed. In that state of awareness of the body, feel the entire body from the top of the head to the toes. A sense of stillness in the body prevails. Become aware of the breath and focus your mind deep inside the forehead. Kundalini meditation is all about the active steps. You remain active almost for 45 minutes in this practice. The last 5 minutes, you instantly drop down into the state of passivity to know the inner working, to reflect upon, to awaken to the different states. Yes, focus deep inside the forehead. Awareness and stillness in the body. Tongue is touching the upper palate and the thumb is tucked inside the fist. Four fingers are pressing gently in that state. Start breathing quick and fast into the chest. Quick and fast into the chest. That means your chest expands and contracts with every breath, goes in with every breath comes out. Eyes remain closed. Are you able to maintain that awareness and stillness in the body during the practice? Please continue, my friends, continue. Do not stop in the middle. Please continue. Do not stop in the middle. Continue. 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 Quick and fast breathing. Quick and fast breathing into your chest. Head and the neck is straight. And continue. Focus. Keep your focus inside the forehead. Continue. And also, tongue is touching on the upper palate. And the four fingers are pressing the thumb inside the fist. Please continue, 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 continue. Continue quick and fast breathing into your chest. And stop it. Do nothing. Awareness of the body. Experience the stillness, the sensation inside the head. Recall again. The fist is intact and tongue is touching the upper palate. Take it. Now focus your mind on the belly button. Start breathing in deeper, deep, 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 deep. And while breathing out, make the humming sound. Your focus returns deep inside the heart. Louder, deeper, and longer. But the breath has to be totally silent. Remember, the breath is silent. You breathe in for a longer period into the belly. And when you breathe out, your focus moves inside the heart or the head. When you breathe in, focus goes to the belly button. Long, deep, silent breathing in. And the humming sound is very deep. Continue. Continue long, humming sound. Long and deep breath. Tongue is still touching on the upper palate. The lips are together. You want to lie down. You can lie down on the back, but continue doing the practice. Yes, if you like, continue sitting. Better. You lie down, it is still better. It depends on you. Please continue the humming. Louder, deeper, longer. Please continue. Now stop this step also, awareness of the body and the breath. Focus, keep your focus inside the belly button and start breathing deep, silent and slow. When you breathe in, the belly button comes out. Let it go out completely. When the breath is coming out, the belly button goes inside. It is pulled in by the breathing out process. I know you all remember the tongue is still touching on the upper palate and the fist is intact, the thumb is still touching more or less the middle of the palm, and the four fingers are pressing the tongue gently. In that state of the stillness and awareness of the body, you are breathing deep, silent, and slow breathing. Know that. We will be doing different steps, but every time we return to the deep, silent and slow breathing with a focus on the belly button. Inside, deep inside the belly button in the energy body, located is the storehouse of the prana, the energy consciousness. We want to open the lid. It is a reservoir, the storehouse. We open the lid, the energy starts surging upward. Continue. Deep, silent and slow breathing into your belly. And your focus remains on the belly button. Now moving to the next step, breathe in deeply into your belly, hold the breath inside, contract your anus and the genitals, and start moving your belly button outside and inside, pumping without breathing. Without breathing, you're moving the belly button outside and inside, with a squeezing of the anus and the genitals, inside and upward. Please continue. And breathe out. Return to the belly, breathing again. What I said earlier. Breathe in, breathe out. Continue to breathe in and breathe out. We'll be doing just the previous practice 3 more times. Breathe in and breathe out. Now start breathing in, breathing in, breathing in. The belly comes out. Hold the breath inside. Contract your anus and the genitals inside. Start pumping your belly. Moving your belly button outside and inside, like the waves in the ocean. It totally comes out, totally goes in. Continue. Continue. You see, I told you before, the storehouse of the energy, the warehouse of that energy consciousness is located there, and we need to open the lid. Breathe out. Return again to the breathing in and breathing out. My friends, you are in the state of awareness and stillness in the body. Continue. Your focus returns on the belly button. Continue with a normal, deeper, silent, slow breathing into the belly, please. Yes, now start breathing in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Hold the breath inside, squeeze the anus and the genitals. Start pumping your belly outside and inside. Pumping your belly, moving your belly button totally outside and inside. The fist is intact, the tongue is still touching on the upper palate. And breathe out. Start again, return again to the belly breathing. That is deep, silent and slow. Let the changes take place inside the head, into the whole body. You need not to worry. You're always in safe hands when you're doing here with me. never practice at your home, my friends, until you understand the entire process, philosophy, and continue breathing in deep, silent, and slow into your belly. The last time, breathe in deeply, full, hold the breath inside, squeeze the anus and the genitals, start pumping your belly button, outside and inside, as deep, as fast as possible. Please continue, my friends, continue, and return. That's a really good practice. Return again to the belly, breathing deep, silent and slow. You're breathing deep, silent and slow. Your mind is focused inside the belly button. That is exactly what we are doing. We're making a transition to another practice. These 3 steps involve with the different states of our unconsciousness. We want to awaken to that. Let us move into that step. Breathe in deeply into your belly. Hold the breath, no more pumping. Squeeze the anus and the genitals inside. Focus your mind at the base of the spine and mentally chant the word Lam, 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 very fast in your mind. It is so fast in your mind, you don't leave the space between for any thought between the 2 lam. The mind is hammering with the sound of lam, lam. What is it hammering? The base of the spine. Breathe out, release the pressure from the genitals and the anus. Return again. Continue with a deep, silent and slow breathing, please. Do not leave this practice. Throughout the practice, we return again. Why? So that we prevent the mind to move into the states of thinking, to bring in the past and the memory. That's why we continue doing deep, silent and slow breathing. Remember, the moment you forget that, your mind is already taking you somewhere else. The second time, breathe in, continue to breathe in into the belly. Hold the breath inside and contract the anus and the genitals. Hold it inside. Focus your mind at the base of the spine and start hammering with the mental lam, 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 lam. Mentally you are saying. You see, your tongue is already locked inside and still you're hammering with the mind. Don't you think we're moving into a deeper plane of the consciousness? We're bypassing the thinker, which depends heavily on the body, its movement, larynx. We don't need. We're doing a very subtle practice, and that's why I said, never ever practice at your home. And breathe out. Return again to the deep, silent and slow breathing into your belly. Continue. You return again, you see. You return again. Check. Is the breath deep, silent and slow? Is the breath silent? Is the breath slow? Are you breathing total? And simultaneously you will also discover the numbness, the tingling in the body, the calmness start manifesting. Yes, the 3rd time. Breathe in deeply. Continue to breathe in more. Hold the breath. Contract your anus and the genitals, pull it inside, and base of the spine, hammer it with the word lam, 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 lam. Lam, 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 lam is very fast, and you hammer it. You're looking at the base of the spine. That's enough. The rest all depends on the practice. Continue, 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 hammering the base of the spine with the word lam 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 lam. It is very fast. Breathe out, return. Return again to the belly breathing. You already know it, my friends. Remember, your thumb is still intact inside the fist. The tongue is still touching the upper palate. Breathe in and breathe out. When I'm not saying anything, you continue with a deep, silent, slow breathing. Your focus remains inside the belly button, my friends. And breathe in deeply. Focus deep inside the heart. Breathe in deeply. Squeeze the anus and the genitals. Look deep inside the heart and hammer the heart within with the word yum 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 yum. In your mind, the yum is very fast and loud while looking deep inside the heart. Breathe out. Return again to the belly breathing. Return again to the belly breathing. Release the pressure from the anus and the genitals, but tongue continues to touch the upper palate and the fist is intact. Continue breathing deep, silent and slow. You need not to stop. Sometime, the outer thinking, unconscious mind, subconscious mind stops the breath. Why? It wants to come out. We are taking the mind within. Yes, the second time. Breathe in deeply. Continue to breathe in. Hold the breath inside. Squeeze the anus and the genitals inside. Look deep inside the heart, and the word is yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum. You hammer. Hammer as fast, as quick. It is so quick that you don't leave the space for any thought in between two yum. And if that is so, you're there. And breathe out. Return again to the belly breathing. Belly breathing continues. We don't leave a chance to the mind. The mind says, let me take rest. You're already resting. You're already moving into the deeper state of the calmness and the stillness. Continue with a deep, silent and slow breathing, please. Yes, breathe in deeply. Breathe in, looking deep inside the heart. Squeeze the anus and the genitals. And hammering the heart within with the word yum 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 yum. Continue with it. You simply do. I think you understand the word hammer. It is so quick. It is so fast. And looking deep inside the heart. Breathe out. Return again to the deep, silent and slow breathing. Return again to the deep, silent, slow breathing. Tongue is still touching the upper palate. The fist is there. and you also experience the stillness, calmness, and poise. Yes, the last time, breathe in deeply, looking deep inside the heart. Hold the breath inside, squeeze the anus and the genitals and the word yum, 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 yum. Very fast, you hammer it. But you hammer deep in your mind. The tongue is not participating, neither the larynx nor the lips. And the thinking mind finds a new way of working. Breathe out. Breathe out. Continue to breathe in and breathe out, releasing this pressure from the anus and genitals. Maintaining that state of the awareness, stillness, calmness. Mind is surely working within. And continue to breathe in and breathe out. Yes, my friends, focus your mind deep inside the forehead. Piercing focus. And now breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Hold the breath, squeeze the anus and the genitals inside. Looking deep inside the forehead. The word is hum, 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 hum. It's very fast. It's very quick. And it's very loud in your mind. Yes, nobody hears. But in your mind, it's very loud, it's very quick, it's very fast. We need that. In the last session I told, breathe out, return to the deep silent slow breathing. Your focus returns on the belly button. Continue with the deep silent and slow breathing. In the last session I explained we need the speed of a satellite where it bypasses the effect of gravitation so that it can go into the space. Exactly the same thing we need. And that's what exactly we are doing. We want to transcend the very mind we know to a deeper, higher state of the consciousness. Breathe in deeply. Continue, breathe in deeply. Deep breathing in. Squeeze the anus and the genitals. Focus your mind deep inside the forehead. And the word is hum, 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 hum. Very fast. Everything works. Your tongue on the palate, your stillness and calmness, your fist, your hammering, your holding the breath, you're squeezing the anus and the genitals. These are only 6 or 7 essentials. There are 16 essentials. Definitely will be learning. Waiting for the time. Breathe out. Continue to breathe in and breathe out, my friends. Focus returns on the belly button, as you know. And you've missed the focus on the belly button with the deep, silent, slow breathing. Know that your mind is wandering outside. You are still thinking. It will have no effect. It's your choice, my friends. Yes, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in deeply. Hold the breath, squeeze your anus and the genitals inside. Focus your mind deep inside the forehead, and the word is hum, 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 hum. Continue with the hum, 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 hum in your mind. Everything works. If everything is done rightly at the right time, that is the opportune time for this potential power to move up. Continue. Hum, 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 hum. Hum, 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 hum.
and breathe out. One more time, but still return your focus on the belly button. You do the deep, silent and slow breathing into your belly, into your belly. Continue doing it. I think you hear my voice is more important to you than the sound coming from outside. I can't say anything to anyone, and so you also just be with the practice. That is the key, in spite of any hurdle coming from outside. The last time, breathe in deeply. Deep breathing in, hold the breath inside, squeeze the anus and the genitals, look deep inside the forehead. Hammer it with a hum, 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 hum. Mental. You already know it. You are doing it. Continue doing it. Remember, squeezing of the anus and the genitals is at the peak. Holding the breath. Tongue is on the palate. Fist is there. Everything is in the right place at the right time. Hammering is continuing. And breathe out. Continue doing breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Very important is the focus. Comes with an intense aspiration within to awaken myself. And when you have the intense aspiration, persistent and consistent, nothing outside that can ever disturb you. When the breath goes in, move your mind from deep inside the forehead to the base of the spine. When the breath comes out, move your mind from the base of the spine to the deep inside the forehead. You are tracking the path as the breath goes in, and the mind moves inside the forehead. It starts falling down along the path of the spine and reaches to the base of the spine. As the breath comes out, the mind moves up from the base of the spine, up to the spine, passes the heart, reaches to the middle of the forehead. You regulate the breath in such a way that the mind moves from inside the forehead to the base of the spine. As it moves, mentally say, hum, as if the hum drops down from the middle of the forehead to the base of the spine when the breath goes in, and the lum rises up as the breath comes out from the base of the spine to the middle of the forehead. No control over the breath now. Allow the breath to move freely. With that free movement of the breath, your awareness takes over from the middle of the forehead to the base of the spine with a sound of hum, very gentle hum. Hum, lum. Now no hammering. Hum, lum, hum, lum. and doing nothing. Just remain as you are. Doing nothing also means that you don't move. You remain in that state where there is an awareness, stillness, calmness. The mind is looking within. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. We're not in a hurry. Bring your awareness on the right hand fist. Become aware of the sensations. Open the fist slowly, gently. Become aware of the left hand fist. Open the fist. Awareness of the left hand. Bring your both the palms over your eyes. Put both the palms over the eyes, open the eyes inside, and then ask yourself, what is your experience? What do you feel? What were the issues? We'll share our experiences to know and to progress. Yes, you may bring your hands down and sit up. And how are you?
Okay. Surprisingly, today it's very hard for me with meditate. I don't know why.
Very hard? Yeah, last time it was very good. Are you thinking something?
No, I didn't think it, but I was controlling everything what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yes, sometimes the anxiety takes over of doing so many things at the same time. That also brings it. But calmness is there. No calmness?
Well, it's difficult for me to decide if I'm calm person.
Okay.
So, I don't know. I'm not experienced, so maybe that calmness what you're looking for.
I'm not looking for anything.
I mean, maybe I'm looking for, I don't know.
I'm not looking. The mind was less distracted or more?
It was controlling. If I'm breathing, I know that I'm breathing. If I'm holding breath, that I know that I'm holding. So that was very new for me.
New. I'll take up that. How are you, Boris?
Good, calm.
How about you?
Generally calm.
Generally calm?
But thoughts.
You're changing.
I hope.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm
You're
going.
changing from outside and also inside.
Right.
You pay so much of money for changing outside.
Because I don't do it for free.
And you pay nothing for changing inside. No, I'm kidding. How about you, Melissa?
So good, so peaceful.
Peaceful?
I don't know when at first with the lungs,
Yeah.
and then again with the yum.
Yum.
I felt as if I was rocking, and I don't know if it was visible. It was small.
Small inside the heart.
I'm mostly sure, but I was like, I wondered if he's looking at me
Yes.
saying she's really is crazy.
Yes.
That was the first time.
That's really good.
But not
That-
with the...
That's a good experience.
it hums. Not with the top. I always say I want to see something different here, but I felt light in my head when I did.
Light.
the humming.
Light in the head.
Yeah.
That's really good.
That's a good. Both our experiences are really good and evolving.
It's wonderful.
How about you, Nancy?
It's very peaceful.
Yeah.
But in the very, very beginning, when you told us to hold that breath, I had like this cold rush of air coming through my throat.
Throat.
My tongue was like that. It was very strange.
That's again a good experience. You need not to worry about it. It's really good. And how about you, my teacher?
Actually, you're my guru. It's
Actually.
interesting, both my legs are numb, somebody will have to drive me home.
I'll drive you home.
So that is the result of this meditation.
She's not used to staying still that long.
Stillness, calmness.
What, heavy?
Coming back to Anna. Calmness, there is an awareness, there is a stillness, there is a calmness, and there is a quietness. So when we say stillness, the stillness refers to that part of the mind that manifests into the body. Understand? I think what you were confusing yourself, that is, so when I say you be still, what happens? The mind trying hard, it is an anxiety, it's trying hard to move the body, and still we have to practice stillness. So it means the mind is in conflict, but still the mind is not allowed to move out. Stillness. When we say calmness, the same mind which is agitating inside has calmed down. There are less of thoughts, or if there is any thought, it doesn't disturb.
No, I didn't have any thoughts.
That's wonderful. That is the state of the calmness.
But I controlling everything, so I was present here, not somewhere.
Yeah. You have to be present here in all meditation practices. Third aspect, when we say quietness. Quietness means come whatever the thoughts enters into the mind, whether it is a past, high, low, good, bad. You are not at all neither distracted nor disturbed. You are able to maintain that state of calmness and also the stillness that supports the state of quietude, or we say quietness. When we are able to maintain that awareness, stillness, calmness and quietness, the mind enters into silence. After the zone of silence, we enter into what we call the spiritual consciousness. That is basically a ladder. You can say a rough roadmap. There are other explanations also, but this is a very simple explanation to understand. So, be with it. We will do it. Maria?